everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So as promised, we are back with a stitch with me with the lovely yellow dahlias. The artwork is by Carol Cavallaris and it is a project that has been charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, one of my favourites. So yesterday today you received the video because it took me so long to get the rest of these done. But yesterday I did an organise with me video and I will just... Okay, excuse all the mess on my desk. So these are what I organised yesterday. So all of these flosses, which are for the first page of my Dahlia project, these are what were organised. So it did take a little bit longer. There were a few more than I kind of expected. So yeah, it did take a bit longer, but you know what, I got it done and I thought today I'd wake up early. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning in the US, in Georgia. So I thought I'd wake up early and then I would get a nice stitch with me done while it's cool. I can have the air conditioning off, the cats are out, so they're fine. And yeah, so we can have a bit of time. So this is the plan for now. I've got a client later on in the afternoon, so this video can be sort of uploading whilst I'm out with my clients. And yeah, we're all good to go. So I'm just going to get myself sorted and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, right, I hope you can see this. So I am just going to get my pattern keeper set up. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, we are cooking with gas. So as you may or may not heard, I don't have the colour 782 at the moment, so I'm having to do with the colours that I do have, but that's not too much of an issue because I've got more than enough of other colours to be able to deal with this. So just loading my thread now. Does feel odd having shorter thread. I did go for slightly shorter thread this time because I was finding that the longer thread was causing me issues. So let's see how this goes. Alrighty. Right, if it moves, I apologise. Actually, I could do with having my glasses. Okay, glasses and scissors, both of those help. Both of those help. So, right, I'm going to try and do this so I don't bang everything. I've got some hair grips holding the rest of the fabric on underneath this, so see how it goes. Alrighty. Okay, so this is a little bit further away for me than usual. So I might find this a little bit of a struggle, but let's see how we go. So I'm doing this on, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm doing it on my table. Because I thought the light would be better. And sometimes it kills my back when I'm stitching this, like from the last setups. Okay, right, so I went back through my video yesterday, my Organise With Me video, and I'm not sure if I made something clear. I actually didn't, because I was like, that doesn't make any sense, Holly. So when I was saying that I only put, I don't know if I actually said it. When I load my thread onto the organisers, I only put one of each colour. So that's what I meant by not having loads of organisers. So the way I said it, it didn't seem to come out like it made any sense, which is a bit odd. So I load as I go. So if I have one thread, if I have, like, say 7 of each colour, I won't load 7 colours on the same at the same time. Does that make sense? I'll only have one of that colour. So that means that I only have, you know, a handful of organisers rather than 15, and that, like, saves money and saves time and all that jazz. And then as I run out of that colour, I then reload it. So this has been done on 20 count 1/1 with CXC threads. I do prefer CXC. Let's see if I can get an hour's video out of this today. And then I'll go feed the horses at like 8 o'clock. They're all chilling at the moment. The cats are out, which is good. So we're cooking with gas, we're all good to go. All I can hear is the birds, which is always lovely, isn't it? I'm trying to do this so I don't bang you. So one of the other reasons for doing it on the table is because I basically wanted to see if I could do this without, you know, the movement. So a lot of the time I had movement, and it's never fun. Oh, my bird's back, by the way. If you can hear that fluttering against the window, that's my bird. Birdie is back. Bless him. And I can't do this two-handed either. I tried doing two hands, but I can't for some reason. I find like my right hand really hurts after a while. I guess it's the sort of thing that you need to just get used to. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get as much of this done before the sun starts coming around, because what I did notice yesterday also is the shadow on the table. It wasn't helpful. My door's open, by the way, as well, so if you can hear the birdies, that's why. I have lots of birds, lots of crickets, lots of deer, lots of possums, lots of those things that you constantly find. Can you hear him flying up against the window? My bird. Armadillos, is it? Those things that are always dead on the side of the road. Crazy, I've got loads of them. Because they keep digging holes in my pasture, which is driving me absolutely nuts. Okay. Hello. He bangs with his beak, bless him. It's funny, all those people that said, oh, he'll only be around for like a week or two and then he'll get bored. It's been like more than a month now, bless him. So that's cute. He is cute, to be honest. Okay, where am I going wrong? Right, maybe I should put some of these on. Oh, it'd be so nice to come back from my client and do some stitching. Okay, hang on 1 second. I don't like the way that It's a bit fluffy, that bit, so bear with. I'm going to do this a different way because I want to get rid of that fluffiness on that piece of thread. So hang on. Okay, let's go for that one. That's better. Hello. He's so cute. He kind of like he's got like a little ledge thing that he can fly onto outside on the RV, and then he like hangs onto it, and you can say hello to him, and his like head goes as if he can hear you, because obviously he can hear you, and it's just the cutest thing ever. Cutest thing ever. That's better. I lost the fluffiness. And you get that on, you do get that on everything, like CXC, DMC, everything, so. Oh, God, lost my needle again, bear with. So it's not something that's stuck, it's just a CXC thing. I don't think it doesn't feel like my thing's very tight up here. Okay. That one, that one, that one. He does this all day. He like flies to the window all day. And then, like, when it gets really, really hot, he'll have a bath because I put fresh water out for him. And then he'll disappear for a bit, and then he'll come back in the evening. He's so funny. I've been so looking forward to starting this one. Like, I need another start, like a hole in the head, really. But it's like, you know what? You got to do what calls to you, right? So I don't even know what day it is today. What's the date? 29th. Yes, it is the 29th. So it is the 29th. I'm hoping my thread comes in soon, the 782, because there's quite a lot of it in this bit. I think if I click on 782, see, there's all of that in the first page. It's quite a lot, right? Quite a lot. But you know what? I've got enough to get on with. Got enough to get on with. So, yeah, I posted the video yesterday. So that, well, it went out today. It was uploading all night. For some reason, I've used 100% of my high-speed data again, which is just crap. So uploading is super slow until everyone goes to bed and they stop using the internet, and then it calms down a bit. So I did post the video and ask about, you know, if there's any questions you want to ask me, then I can answer them in a stitch with me. But obviously it didn't go up quick enough. So yeah, that's that. Excuse me. I feel like I am the slowest stitcher in the world, and for that I apologise. It also doesn't help that I can't really see the holes very well because of how far this is away from me. I'm hanging on to it, I can see that, I'm sorry. I'm also looking forward to my Silks for You to arrive, because it's so beautiful, and I'm really desperate to start that new pattern that I bought, that new chart. That'll be exciting. I think it'll be a learning curve for me as well, because I haven't ever done a pattern in like using a dark piece of fabric. So all of you that were on Cross Stitch Unlimited, who came back and gave me real good recommendations for how to tackle it, thank you so much. I've got another light coming, which is great. So I've got a light that will shine on top and will shine underneath, which is fab. So, but I think it's just one of those things that once your eyes adjust and you just get used to it, don't you? I think it's one of those things that, like, if you are used to stitching on, you know, higher or lower count threads, and then you go to like the opposite, it just takes a bit of time, doesn't it, to adjust. So yeah, I think that's all it is, and once I've adjusted, I'll be fine. I feel like I need to set up a different stitch with me angle. It's so difficult where I am because I have got such limited space and I can't really do it on the sofa. You know, last time I did a stitch with me, I sat on like my puff. I've got one of those things that you put your legs on, you know, from IKEA, those big ones. So I sat on that, and then I had the camera coming off the island. And you know, that was fine, but again, you know, any little bit of movement, the whole RV rocks, so that's a bit of a nightmare. So yeah. I'm also looking at doing a temperature piece. Now this is something I've never done before. A temperature piece, but I'm not a fan of the colours that are used. I don't really like bright colours, and I'm wondering if I can sub the bright colours for like pastel-y colours. Do you reckon that'd work? I guess you could sub it with whatever you want, couldn't you, really? You know, at the end of the day, it's your piece, so you can do what you want. But yeah, I'll have to see what colours they use, and see if I can sub it with something a little bit less harsh, because I'm very much a pastel-y colour girl. I like light colours rather than bright, you know, bright colours. So I'll have to have a look. And I quite like the Quaker that Stitch and Mummy does. Yeah, the Paws one is really sweet as well. But again, do I really need another? Well, the thing is you've got to keep up with it, haven't you? So with regards to like whip go boards and everything, it's just going to affect everything, because you've got to do it every month, and keep up with it. Otherwise it doesn't really work, does it? That's the problem. That is the problem. I must admit, this is a much nicer size thread. What I am finding is, because it's taken me so long to pull it through and it's knotting more, I end up doing less stitches because I'm dealing with all the bloody knots at the back of my work. So this time I decided to go a little bit shorter and have a thread that was more manageable. And I think I've achieved that, which is good. So I'm going to see if I can do this like the Royal Rose method. So I'm going to do this one and then that and go across. That's basically what I'm going to do. That is what I'm doing. Two, three. I literally cannot wait to start building my house. It's like a pie in the sky idea right now. Kind of a win the lottery type thing. You know, eventually I will be able to build something because when the barn's up, I'll have an income. I've got an income now, like through the business, but the thing is that it's just not enough to sustain a mortgage right now, because at some point I'm probably going to have to end up getting another car as well, because my car's got 227,000 miles on it, which is not ideal. So I'm thinking about leasing one, considering I do travel for my job, but I don't really have a huge amount of clients, so I can't imagine that's going to be, you know, really a big thing. And I definitely do make enough to be able to lease a car. Just going to have to go for something like a Ford or something, or a Nissan, which is affordable per month. I still need a 4x4 though, because of where I live. I live really off grid and down a dirt road that's like a mile long. I've got a mile long drive, it's crazy. So I definitely still need a 4x4. And I think, you know, if I lease it also, it's tax deductible, isn't it? So there's going to come a time when, bear with, I need to reload my floss. Oh, come on. It's a really short piece as well, and I can't bring it in front of me. Bear with one sec. Bird is being particularly noisy. Oh, come on, man. Bear with, sorry guys. I've got a really short piece of floss, and I'm struggling to load it. Okay, I think we're good. Birds are gone now. It was really noisy earlier. It sounded like a bit of an aviary around here. I can hear him eating bird food. Bless him. He's such a cutie, isn't he? I only got one horse to do today, and I'm only like half an hour up the road, which is nice. So it won't take long to do that horse. I need to pop into the feed store, mind, and I need to get some biotin, pay my bill, so I could actually do that at the same time. Because the feed store is on the same road that the yard's on, so that could work. He's a noisy little bugger, isn't he? Especially when it's really quiet. Obviously I don't have the air conditioning on, so I've got no background noise at all. That was him, that bang. Right, obviously I've got a small amount of floss, so I'm not going to park this, but what I am going to do is I don't want to turn you over because because it just takes so long to set back up again. But what I will do is I'm going to chuck it in between some thread here, and that'll anchor it for a bit, and eventually that bit will be stitched on, and it'll fine. Now when I anchor threads at the front, I always go in between so I know that that's not a parked thread. So anyway, I do it anyway. Okay, first colour down. Next colour, 780. I think I do have 780. Um, 746. 780. Okay. Right. I don't know what he does. He's so noisy. Like what he's doing when he's doing something down there. He is funny, isn't he? The funny boy. I'm assuming it's a boy. I was told that cardinals are boys, like red ones, and blue ones are girls or something. I don't know. I know nothing. I do miss the English robins though, like our British robins with the red breast. They're so cute. They are so cute. Oh, my stomach's rumbling now. That's great, isn't it? 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cannot see anything. Yeah, I do like 20 count. I'm definitely like, I think 20 count is my new fave. However, I do find that starting and finishing threads, well, mainly starting threads, are a lot more difficult using 20 count, because you can't do, I mean, I guess you can do like the loop method and everything. Hang on, I was doing the loop method, but I haven't done the loop method on this at all. That's really weird. Why haven't I done the loop method? I have absolutely no idea why I'm not doing the loop method on this piece. There must be a reason. I don't know. But, you know, hey ho, it is what it is. So 1, 2, 3, so that goes down there. We're still okay with the sun right now. And I do double check. So I've got like you on my screen behind me on my TV, so I can see what you can see. to make sure that my head's not in it, and that you know, my video hasn't just gone off, because sometimes the video just goes off on its own and I can't see. So that's a bit of a nightmare. Me horse. So, I have got 3 whip go boards this year, and you know what, it's working. For the most part, it's working. I get to touch on every project over 100,000, every project under 100,000, and any project that's 25% or more complete. So that's great. Do you think 3 whip go boards is enough? I think it is, isn't it? Because what I was thinking is to do, like, have my 3 whip go boards and then maybe have another whip go board, which is for any projects that are new for this year. So new 2023 starts. But I just don't know if there's any point, because you're going to touch on them anyway, because they're going to be on your whip go board. But I guess I'm just trying to get as much touched on as possible. 1, 2, 3. It's difficult. I wish I had all day to stitch, but I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got a lot more time than some people, so I'm very grateful for that. Especially people with families and things. I guess it must be difficult not having, you know, a lot of time if you've got young families. Ow, just stabbed my finger. These are really, really sharp needles, and I like the sharp needles, but when you stab yourself, you really do stab yourself. It draws blood. My tummy's rumbling now, I can hear it. Because I literally just woke up, made my bed, got everything sorted out, and then was like, oh, you know what, I'll do a stitch with me this morning, because then I can get it done. And whilst I'm out at my clients, it can be uploading. So as soon as I get back, or actually it might upload, you know, it's only an hour's video, it might upload like okay. Because the thing with me is that if you try and upload, so I've got unlimited data, apparently unlimited data. I use that word loosely. However, I've only got 100 gigs of fast speed data, which is just ridiculous. So what it means is that, like, once your fast speed data has run out, you're back on like the unlimited, but it's nothing. It literally is on the ground like 0.01 megabits per second. I mean, it's you can't even go on the internet. You can't even go on web pages. It's that slow. It just takes forever to respond. So it's just unusable. So it's not. It's like I've got 100 gigs of high speeds, and then I haven't got anything. And you know that sometimes is a real fight with Viasat to explain that to them. Like, you know, you say I've got unlimited data, but I don't, because it's unusable. So if it's unusable, it's not unlimited. So that's a bit of a nightmare. But what I do find is that when everyone is at work in the day, because there's no one's using the data, my speed is a lot higher. So it might not take me too long to get this video up. We'll have to see. We will have to see. I don't know what to have for breakfast. I don't know what to have for breakfast. I'm not really a breakfast person. Okay, that's done. I'm not really a breakfast person. My friend's trying to set me up with someone. It's quite funny. He's a police officer. He's a sergeant in the police, which is already like not sure, because they're renowned in the UK for being massive bullies. A lot of them, not all of them. You always find that a lot of domestic abuse is from police officers. So I'm a little bit like not sure. And then on top of that, he's like, bless him, he's 5'9". I'm 5'11" and a half, so I'm almost 6 foot without heels. So I'm already thinking, not gonna work, I don't think. You know, I like wearing heels when I go out. Don't get me wrong, I'm not asking for someone that's 6'4", but maybe someone that's sort of a similar height to me, so that I'm only like an inch or two higher than them when I've got my heels on. 5'9" is just ridiculous. We're just going to look stupid together, I think. I don't know. But she's like, yeah, but just meet him. He's really nice. And I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, when you meet someone, you know, I don't want to get his hopes up. I don't know what to do. What do I do? You know, I don't want him to really like me and then be like, oh, no, she doesn't like me or whatever. But then I also don't want to sound like a snob and go and say that, like, you know, vanity set in and, you know, he's a lot shorter than me. But, you know, logistically, it's just difficult. I don't know. I guess it just depends on what you like, right? And, you know, I'm not a massive fan of guys being really a lot shorter than me. I don't mind being shorter than me because I expect it because I am tall. But, like, so 2 inches shorter than me, almost 3 inches shorter than me because I'm 5'11" and a half, is one thing. But then you add my heels on top and suddenly they're like almost a whole foot shorter than you. So yeah, that's kind of where I am with that, and I'm not sure what to do. Not sure what to do. And the fact that he's police is also worrying, because I just worry that if he got arsey with me or if anything happened, you know, he could potentially manipulate my visas and things like that. Not visas, but, you know, I don't know how high up he is in anything. I mean, he might know people at the USCIS, and it makes me nervous being with anyone that has anything to do with the law. You know, he could write me a ticket for nothing. I can't even get a parking ticket, you know, and then I'll get deported. He doesn't have to have proof of anything. I mean, everything is corrupt, isn't it? And I'm just thinking, just don't go there, Holes. Just don't go there. You know, protect yourself. Yeah, like I said, I can't even get a parking ticket, a speeding ticket, nothing like that. Like, I've got cruise control on my car for a reason, because in every single road that I go down, I whack it on cruise control. So there's no way that I'm speeding or anything like that. I always make sure my tag's up to date. My license, I bring both of my licenses, my UK and my... That's not right, is it? Or is it? Hang on, bear with. I'm chatting and I don't know what I'm doing. So, 111. And that one's that one. Okay, I know where I've gone wrong. Right. I was looking at it and it just didn't look right, you know. Okay. So yeah, so I was like, you know, considering I have to have such a squeaky clean record, in my head I'm just thinking it's not worth it, just don't go there. Because this is like my whole entire future. This isn't just, oh, you know, well, you know, if this happens, it doesn't really matter. Like, this is my whole future. So I've got to be so, so careful. So yes, I am a little bit nervous about dating someone that's law enforcement. And on top of which, he does live miles from me as well. He lives like over an hour away, you know, and if I'm, God, it's all these practicalities, isn't it? You know, in my head, I'm like, it's an hour away. If I go and see him, I'm probably going to have to go and stay there. You know, I've got animals. Is it fair that he's constantly coming up to me? Okay, that's gone over. You know, I can't ask him to do that either. However, I've got, you know, 3 horses to look after, 3 cats to look after. And, you know, practically, I can't stay over at someone's house. They will always have to come to me. It's just my life. I just can't help it. It's just, you know, it's just what I've got going on in my life. And I can't change it. So that doesn't help either. So yeah, a bit of a mess, really. But, you know, in all honesty, I'm not actually that bothered about having a boyfriend or a relationship or anything like that. It just doesn't bother me at all. I find that, you know, any spare time I have at the moment, I'm stitching. Or I'm doing finances for my business, you know, admin-y stuff. Or I'm going to clients. And yes, I've got time, but do I want to fill it seeing a bloke? I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I'm not like sat here thinking, oh, you know, I wish I could, you know, go out with someone. Yes, it's nice to go for dinner with someone, 100%. 100%. But it's not something I'm pining for. It's always nice to go for dinner with someone, isn't it? That doesn't go there. But you know what? Do I want all the commitment stuff? Oh no. I'm just such a commitment phobe. I really just... Oh, I like my free time. This is crazy, isn't it? I like being me, being able to do what I want, being able to go anywhere that I want without being questioned and... When are you coming back? Where are you going? Who are you going with? You know, I've had relationships like that as well, and I'm like, I'm not even going there. And, you know, unfortunately, law enforcement can be a little bit like that. So, part of me is like, Holly, stay clear. Don't even go there. Well, this is interesting colour, isn't it? All the browns. Hiccups, I'm sorry. This is bugging me. So it's going. So quiet. So quiet. When I've not got the cats moaning at me every 5 minutes. Mind you, like yesterday when I did the stitch with me, they were actually really good. Once the black cat had had his moment, honestly, he was like... He came in, I gave him a few biscuits because I always give him a sweetener, you know, when they have to come in. So I gave him some cat biscuits, and then he went to the door and was like meowing to go out, and I'm like, no, you're not going out. And then, I kid you not, he came in front of me and he literally plonked himself on the rug on his back. He literally just did a controlled fall. And then, you know, when you see those cartoons where cats are on their back and they're like, like, you know, kind of having a meltdown. He literally had a proper paddy, like a 2-year-old would have on the ground, on the floor. Never seen him do that before. He was like, oh God, I'm going to go to the shops tomorrow and get a new mum because you're abusing me. He had a meltdown. And then I was like, Socks, go in the other room, you know. So he went into the other room. I thought he was just going to plonk himself on the bed. The air conditioning was on in the bedroom anyway. So I thought he'd just sit under the air conditioning and just chill. No. He jumped into one of my cupboards in the bedroom, my closet thing. I've got like a 2-door that swings out and one of them was open. So he just jumps in there and then plonks himself on all of my paperwork because one of them has got like loads of paperwork and stuff in it. Mind you, it's really hot in there because, like I explained yesterday, the heat, there's just no, I don't have any insulation in RVs. So the heat you really feel coming through the cupboards when you open a cupboard up. It's almost like it just pockets hot air. So he sat in there and that's where he was for hours. And eventually at 5 o'clock, when everything calmed down a bit, I opened the door and I let him out and he was like, I'm not having any of it. He just was like, nope, I'm not coming out. He did in the end. So, yeah, he did go out in the end. But he was proper pissed off. Honestly, these cats, they are... Sometimes I feel like they're so entitled. Oh, dear me. Cats, you'd have them. Right, I'm going to park this. So I'm not park it, but I'm going to plonk it somewhere because I'm running out of thread. And for the moment, I'm going to go for a different colour. 732, that sounds like a good colour. I wanted something other than brown. Seven, 3, 2. Can hear someone shooting, I hate that. Okay. Yeah, for someone that lived in the country at home, I'm just, I was not prepared for the amount of guns and deer being shot. I feed deer on my land to try and keep them on my land because neighbours on both sides, that side and that side, mind you, they are miles away, but neighbours anyway, they shoot deer and it kills me. It kills me. Do it there. Yeah, it kills me, so I feed deer to keep them on my land. But the problem, sorry. But the problem is everyone bloody feeds deer, don't they? Everyone feeds them to keep them on their land so that they can then shoot them. And it kills me because I'm such an animal person. And I don't deal with it very well. And I know it's the life of everyone here and I get that, and yeah, it's difficult. I'm a wuss when it comes to that sort of thing. Anchor that one as well. I'm surprised the horses aren't like whinnying at me. Usually they're like, come on, it's breakfast time, because it's almost 9 o'clock now. I didn't feed them first because I just didn't want to get filthy dirty, so I thought I'd get this done. I'll probably go to an hour, and then I'll go feed the ponies. Then I can get this video edited. The great thing with Stitch With Me is there's no editing. Whereas when you do, unless you need to edit something out, whereas when you do, not whip parades, well, yeah, whip parades as well, but update videos, because I do like a before and after, it takes a lot of editing. Well, not a lot of editing, it just takes editing, whereas this I can whack it on my editing software, put an opener on it, and then, you know, bang, we're done. Okay, so that's done. Oops. Those three are done, that one's done, that one's done. And then I must admit these clips are holding really well. I said yesterday that I really want to do the treasure bookshelf, and what do you call it? The sale's still on, so I'm still kind of thinking about it. But the thing is that all the extra fabric just drives me nuts, absolutely nuts. And the cable tighters aren't doing anything. So I got some clips from Walmart when I was there, $1.99 for 2 big sort of hair clip things, and I thought I'll see what they're like, and actually they seem to be doing the job pretty well right now, so that's good. That is good. I've done over 100 stitches, that's good, isn't it? That's also really good. You know what, I'm going to go up here first. Oh, hang on, I can feel a knot. Can I? Yeah. It's better. Ow, I just banged my elbow. And that hurt, and it wasn't very funny. So looking forward to getting my Silks For You stuff through. Oh my god. I dyed my own fabric day before yesterday, and it's stunning. It's come out amazing, and I will show you all as soon as I've got my Silks For You stuff come through. I will show you. Because I want to show you the two together. I basically want to show you, well, the three together, the fabric, what I'm using, and what project I'm working on. It's a long dog sampler, one that I just found. It wasn't on the main stuff that they do. It was on another part of their website that I'd never seen before, and I just fell into it. And I was like, oh, that's a nice project. I wasn't even looking for one because I can't afford to buy anything right now. And yes, I did fall in that rabbit hole of buying another ink and another project, but it was only, I think it was like $8, so it would just, yeah, I wasn't going to break the bank. It was fine, and I get paid tomorrow anyway, so I get to write myself a cheque tomorrow, which is good. I think I've also got to go to the post office today as well. Got to send something to the IRS. With like my social security number and everything. Ugh. So I've got to get that printed out and send that. And that can go to them. It's just a pain that no one does anything by email here. It'd be a lot simpler if I could just email it over, but no one does anything by email here. Is that where I am? The thing is, when you get stitches in, then you start losing yourself, don't you? I do that all the time. I keep losing myself. Like, where am I? Okay. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I keep banging you. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to get done today. I'm hoping I'll be able to get quite a bit. Hang on. So that I got something decent to show you, which would be nice. Decent amount to show you. I've been so dying to start this, like, for so long. Oh, here we are. Horses are starting to come up now. Now they're like, it's breakfast time. You better get out here and feed us. They are funny. I normally feed them at about 7 o'clock in the morning, 7, half 7 when I get up. And if I haven't fed them by a certain time, it's only one usually, not the rest of them, but one whinnies and is like, come on, stop what you're doing, come and feed us please. He's so funny. They are very demanding, my animals. All of them, actually. All of them seem really demanding. I feel like my stomach is going to be like really, really, really soon, because I can, you know, when you can feel it building, you can feel like you rumble in your stomach building. I can feel it building. And my stomach rumbles really loud when it gets going. So I'm happy doing Stitch With Me's. I haven't got a problem doing Stitch With Me's, but let me know what you want to see. What projects do you want to see me working on? Is there anything specific that you would prefer to see me working on? You know, I'm happy doing, you know, whatever really. I don't mind what I work on, but is there a project that you'd really like to see me working on? If there is, let me know, and I will happily sort that out. It's absolutely no problem at all. So I'm going to be doing this page by page, the Royal Rose method. So going along and then going along and then going along. That's how I'm going to do this. I think, well, that's how I'm going to do it now. But as we know, it all changes, doesn't it? One minute I'm doing it one way, the next minute I'm doing it another way. And then, like, before you know it, I've changed everything and nothing is like how it should be. So we will see how that goes. I love how doing 20 count 1/1, I love how the stitches just sit together really nicely. There's no crowding, you can't really see a lot of, you know, fabric show through, because CXC is a bit thicker than DMC, so it deals with it a bit better. But I just find that the stitches sit next to each other really nice. There's no overcrowding. I haven't got an issue trying to get needles through. It's just a real delight to stitch with, and I love stitching 1/1. Ow, I just stabbed myself again. Oh, right. I think I'm probably going to call it a day, because now I'm inflicting pain on myself. So I will get rid of this floss. I'll get this one done as much as I can. I might as well carry on going down this side, considering that's what I'm doing, and then any new one I start, I'll start up there. Done 128 stitches though, that's not bad, is it? That's alright, that is. There we go, there's my stomach starting. Those crickets sound like rattlesnakes out there. Oh no, there might be cicadas. My bad. Yeah, cicadas, or whatever they're called. Cicadas, I don't know how you say it, but they sound like rattlesnakes. I'm just going to take this one down to the bottom. I haven't done any stitching for a couple of days, just because I've been organising my floss. And oh, mate, it's been a nightmare. Mate, why am I calling you mate? I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying that to like my friends. Mate, this is a nightmare. Mate this, mate that. That's such a British thing to say. And I've just literally come out and said it on my video. I'm sorry. Hang on, bear with. God, I literally cannot see the sauce at all. Oh my God. Bear with 1 second. Okay. We are good. That one, that one, that one. Yeah, so I'm really missing stitching. Really missing stitching. So I'm so glad that I can get back into it with a stitch with me. Okay. Those 3 and that one. 139 stitches, hey? That's good, isn't it? I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to anchor it there. Okay. Right, well, I am going to leave it there for a second. I'm sure I'll come back with another stitch with me shortly. If you want to see the Dahlia, then let me know. If you want to see any other project, then post a comment below and I will see what I can do. So thank you so much for joining me, everyone, and I will get this video edited. I'm going to go feed the horses now really quick, make myself a coffee and sit and edit this video, and then it will be out to you. All right, thank you so much for joining me and I will see you in my next video. Bye.